And good Monday morning. It is July 4th. Can you believe that? Over the weekend, I think I even saw Santa Claus hanging out down at the farmer's market over the weekend. Whew, July 4th. Can you believe it? Officially halfway through this year as we head to make another record year. 22, halfway gone. Right now, a fair sky in 73 as you're waking up. There is a lot to do in the area today. It's going to be a lot of cookouts, people enjoying themselves. And as always, the 4th of July celebration will come to Bonita Lakes this afternoon. Gates will open up at 3:30, food vendors at 4, and fireworks begin somewhere right around 9 o'clock. The same will also go in the Philadelphia area as they get ready for fireworks there over at Pearl River Resort. Hope you can make it to one of those, and if you're in another town that has them, we'd love to know about yours as well. A lot happened over the weekend on Saturday also. You've heard them popping in the background over the last few days. Sounds good. Enjoy yourself today. We have these liberties. Somebody that's fought and gave it to us. Never forget that. So how are you? Hope good as we wake up and we start a new day. Nothing horrible over the weekend, just some average crime. We'll get deeper into it this morning beginning at 8. We'll be making our switch today. I hope you'll join us beginning at 8 a.m. to Fox 30. Our special guest will be Emily White coming in. She'll be doing the national anthem for us. I think we need that on July 4th, don't y'all? She'll be here to do that along with some other songs. And also we'll have Greg's Fireworks dropping by to tell us more about some safety that's going on. Always be prepared to do the right thing when it comes to fireworks and what the best and most fun thing is to shoot. All that's coming up this morning beginning at 8, and I hope you'll join us. As we begin this day, we look over a few things that happened over the weekend. There was one home that I'm aware of that was hit by gunfire. It's been real quiet in comparison to what we've had in the last little bit. And let me pull this up where we can view this pretty good so you can see a map here. Hit the wrong one. As we pull this up to show you, this would be in the area, the 4500 block of Manning Street is where this happened. No one was hurt, but from what I understand, bullet did hit the home. That's not good as we watch things that go on with that. And if you were to look at a map, where is that? I know that showed that, but here's what you actually see here. Here's Highway 19 coming into College Park. This would be east of there, due south of 8th Street. In that area right along in there is where that happened last night. That was one of the things. We also had reports, and there have been numerous reports, but a lot of this, and again, I've been very careful about fireworks. People shoot them, and they do sound a lot like gunfire. A couple of places that we feel that are pretty strong. We also had reports of gunfire, 29th Avenue and 40th Street. No one was hurt. As we look at this, as we pull this a little bit closer, here's Highway 39. It would be west of there. If you look at that, here's North Hill Street, be due south of there. Here's Magnolia Cemetery north of there. Again, no one was hurt, just reports of gunfire in that area. Nothing serious. We also had reports of a gentleman firing up into the air with a pistol. No one was hurt. That was in the 35th Avenue area is where that went on. Again, no one was hurt or injured. That's the good news that we had to report on all of that. And again, there were lots and lots more calls, but I think most of the rest would be considered to be fireworks. Kids love them, although they're illegal to shoot inside the city limits of Meridian. People still do that. We know that, and it will always be that way. Another thing that was circulating that I got a lot of inboxes on this weekend was this report of someone stalking in the Meridian area. It was fake, and I pulled this up for you to show this. This was listed in every town across the South. They took these two same pictures here, and I just listed two other places, including Meridian, to show you that this was fake. People will post this just for the sake of, I guess, trying to scare people. Well, that was true. It's gone. As we go to Clark County, there was reports of some fire there in the equipment area at a home. We hope everything was okay. As we pull this up, this was in the 500 block of Thompson Avenue. As you can see, flames bursting through the ceiling there. Major damage to this home. I don't think the entire home burned, but still, your home catching fire like that, we pass along our thoughts and sympathy to those involved with that. As we look at a few of the more stories that are going around, and I don't think I will shock anybody as we look at things that are going on across America, Chick-fil-A ranked as the #1 place for the 8th consecutive year by Americans. They feel that the service is better than anywhere else, 8 years in a row, and I have to agree with that. No matter where you go, it's fast, friendly, it's always with a smile. Never any rude employees. I've never had that. So nationwide, too, it's not just an area. Meridian is plagued with this. Jackson, well, just about every state, every city in any state could probably say it, drive-by shootings. An area, Jackson, Mississippi Area Council is proposing, and I don't think it would work, because if you look at Meridian, most drive-by shootings that happen, not all, but most, are done in a stolen car. At least they are suggesting something in Jackson to try to curb crime, but they're suggesting confiscating cars that are used in drive-by shootings. The problem is, in most cases, they steal a car to go do this. I mean, it's time and time again in Meridian, so we wouldn't really be solving much. I'd say tougher laws would be a way. Oh, and enforce the ones that we have. Just a thought. Can't talk too much on that, can we? As we look around the state, we also have had a fatal shooting in Hinds County, in the Jackson area. This happened in Terry is where this went down. He was shot. A 27-year-old was murdered by a 24-year-old. The man has been taken into custody, most likely an argument that led to a shooting. Nonsense, but it did happen over the weekend. So far, I haven't gotten any reports of deaths on Mississippi highways. It's still early. Not all the news have hit the press so far, so to speak, but as of now, I don't know of any. What is going on with the Roe versus Wade as we look at Mississippi? The Supreme Court, if we go back, had a 1998 ruling that brought it up, almost protected it, and there's going to have to be a change from the court ruling that abortion is protected, is what was written in 1998. So the Mississippi Supreme Court either has to reverse the decision or put it to vote in the state of Mississippi. I don't know if that'll ever happen. I think it will most likely be done by the Supreme Court. As we remember, it took months after Mississippians voted for the legal medical marijuana. It didn't come true. It would be a couple years before anything happened with that. And we remember how Tate said that he would put the state flag to vote. That didn't happen either. As we go to Noxubee County, Sugar Lock, Mississippi, an arrest has been made in a shooting that happened there this past Friday morning. Bond is set at $2,500 for Donald Smith Jr. He was taken into custody. Not much more details than that. Sugar Lock, a small town. Been there many, many times. As we go back to 1994, that has been roughly 28 years ago. And it's so shocking that things like this, almost 30 years is the way to put it. A man convicted of killing 2 MSU students is still on death row. He's fighting it, but his last appeal was denied. He was caught selling their belongings. He was also accused of someone else that he got off on a technicality. We'll see what becomes of this. He's been sitting in prison that long. All for what? A watch, a wallet? I think the students were 19 and 22 years old at the time. Tragedy, horrifying. But 28 years ago, they would be adults now. Their lives cut short all because of one man. You hate to see those things. We did have an apparent murder-suicide at a sports bar in the state of Mississippi over the weekend. Reno Sports Bar in D'Iberville. That's down on the coast is where that happened. Argument of whatnot. One shot the other, and the other committed suicide. As we look at a few things going on across the United States, a warehouse caught on fire in Los Angeles, California. Destroyed the whole thing. I don't know if you had a chance to see that video of that. It was huge, the fire. As we do have unrest in another city in the United States, Akron, Ohio. Have y'all seen this, to where the police were in chase of someone? They had chased him a couple of nights before, maybe even the night before, in a different crime. He did have a gun, from what I'm understanding. When he jumped from the car, the police couldn't see that. Moments before he did, and he was shot. Now, 9 officers were involved, and we're hearing that 60 shots were fired. We hate to see anybody lose their life. That's a sad situation, and they're trying to stop. They've had to use tear gas on rioters. We certainly hope the town doesn't get burned. This is just a thought. You may agree with me or not, but if you pull over, all of this could have been avoided. Am I right? If the police pull you over, just stop. See what they want. Don't run. It's horrible no matter how you look at it. A family is without someone. Police officers had to do what they didn't want to do. And if you're traveling this weekend, if you've got kinfolks that have flown home to see you for the 4th of July, it is a mess right now. Why? Flights are getting canceled. They're even calling this Armageddon is what they're referring to it as. They're saying that fines should be imposed to airlines for delays. 4,378 flights have either been canceled or axed altogether. 312 was the latest to that number. That's a lot of flights. So what do? I bet rental cars are hard to get once that happens at an airport, isn't it, where you're trying to get home regardless. It's bad. It's just bad. What are we going to do? All this has been going on since we came back from the pandemic. A Florida pediatrician has been removed from the state board for pushing 5 and unders to receive a COVID vaccine. They're not real big on that in Florida. She's been taken off the board. She won't be invited back, I wouldn't think. Pope Francis. Now, I don't agree with the Pope on a lot of different things. He seems, if you're here in the middle, most of the time he leans this way. I'll have to agree with the Pope on this statement that he said that he looks at abortion as the same as hiring a hitman to solve a problem. I have to agree with him on that. Not always do I agree with him. And I don't know if you've seen the video floating around this weekend of the World War II veteran who was in tears on his 100th birthday. It's sad, but it's true what he had to say. He was in tears as he discusses, he basically said America's going to hell in a handbag. It's not the same country that he grew up in and that he fought to protect. I think there's a lot of Americans would agree with that. We've forgotten what brought us to the dance, haven't we? We've elected leaders that overall I don't think agree with the rest of America anymore, or at least it seems that way. Our country is divided without a fact. There's no way to deny that. This is July 4th. We're going to have a good time. Again, we're going to be making our change here in just a little bit as we will switch major networks. We'll be moving from the MeTV network and moving over to Fox 30. On several different channels, you'll be able to watch us as well as online here. All that begins this morning at 8 a.m. We're going to check your forecast here in just a moment. Y'all don't rush out. We'll find out exactly what's going on this morning with the weather there. Bring in the 4th of July with a big bang from the Red Fireworks Barn on Highway 19 South. East Mississippi and West Alabama's largest fireworks retailer. The Red Fireworks Barn is fully stocked and open for your 4th of July needs, including hundreds of new arrivals, from small to family packs. The Red Fireworks Barn offers the largest selection again with the best prices around. Home with a no-dud guarantee. Remember the name, the Red Fireworks Barn, for your 4th of July celebration, Highway 19 South in Meridian. See Charlie today. If you're getting ready to purchase land, make sure you have it surveyed. Contact our friends at the Woodlands Group. Maybe you're selling land, dividing land up. Whatever the case is, the Woodlands Group can help you there. They handle residential and commercial clients. And again, they specialize in property line location, site plans, and a whole lot more. Maybe you have a construction project, and they have the latest equipment to make sure it's done right, including drones. Call Justin Palmer or Brandon Briggs at the Woodlands Group, Surveying Solutions. And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. As we turn to take a look at the weather, let's go over to Meridian Honda radar there and take a look. We do have some fog showing up in the state of Mississippi. It's all clear in the Meridian area and all the way to the coast there to Biloxi. But we do have up here just northwest of Kosciuszko in the Greenwood area, Winona, Duck Hill, Grenada area, a lot of fog. Y'all be careful there. And that heat advisory kicks in pretty much from Amory, north of West Point, all the way into the state of Tennessee. So the northern part of the state hot, out to our west is hot. And that'll be changing for us a little bit later. We've got a lot of fog also this morning east of Demopolis, Alabama there, around Troy, Selma. A lot of fog there at Selma this morning. Uniontown, Alabama. Been there many times. A lot of fog in those areas there. So if you're up and at them in those areas today, be careful. As we go up the coastline, Asheville, got a lot of fog there as well, east of Chattanooga and around Knoxville, Charleston, West Virginia. We see that you've got fog as well. Clear up the East Coast. We do have some showers off in the Atlantic, but nothing has come ashore yet. We see that Minnesota's got showers this morning as well, on up here into the Dakotas. Light stuff, nothing major along the northern portions of the state. And Seattle getting some light mist this morning as well. Hot down in Nevada. If you're going to be there at Las Vegas, it's warm, 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 all the way back to Corpus Christi and those areas along the coast this morning. Again, no major weather events happening right now, which is good. I like that. All right, let's take a closer look and dig deeper into what the National Weather Service has to tell us this morning.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
And with that being said, it's going to be right now 73 as you start your day. And let's go back and look at our record highs, record lows that were set on this date. 77. It was 102 degrees. And if I remember as a kid, it would be the winter of 77 that we got that ice. Do y'all remember that? 1924, we hit a low of 58 degrees on this date. A cold one it was. 58 in July. Hard to believe, isn't it? As we look at the forecast for today, this is what we've got for the 4th. Not all that bad as we look at rain chances being at, I believe, 70% today. The Meridian area down through here. We'll get into the breakdowns of what times it could happen. We get a high of 90 through Meridian, through Philadelphia in these areas. As we cut across, we go into Alabama as well. From Tuscaloosa south toward the coast, chances of rain increases there. As we come across, the heat wave that we'll be moving in today is to the west of us at Jackson today. We get our chance moving forward tomorrow. It's going to be about a high of 98 with a heat index today. It'll be 90 with the heat index of 98. Tomorrow, that changes as we'll get into that 105 degree tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday for the Meridian area. As we look at Kosciuszko, we see at Louisville and Macon, Mississippi, will be in that 110 tomorrow. But for the rest of the week, from Thursday through Saturday, hot, hot, hot in our area. Keep that in mind. Now, this is what we've got forecasted for the next 7 days. It's a really huge heat wave there coming from Texas, as you'll see right there. This will make its way into Mississippi. And as we look at our forecast, as I said, 70% chance of that wet stuff coming down today. Now, I don't want it to interrupt anybody's barbecue, and I'm sure that you feel the same way as well. The high today, 90. Our heat index, again, will hit right at 98. Now, showers could come in after 10 o'clock today. That's what we're looking for, and we'll keep a close eye on this as the fireworks come in for the afternoon. By tonight, this will decrease to a 20% chance of showers. Should all be over by 10 p.m. Fireworks show should be around 9, so it should be clearing out for that, becoming a partly cloudy sky. It will greatly decrease as dark gets here, so the fireworks show should be fine. Low tonight around 74. Won't be bad there. By tomorrow, we begin our day with a 60% chance of showers once again. High is going to reach right around 92, but tomorrow the heat index will jump to about 101. Wow. And by Wednesday, we're back to 92, and we start seeing a little bit of a temperature increase there on Thursday and Friday with still slight chances of rain as we get into the weekend, a 50% chance of showers. As we go another week into this, we're going to stay in the low 90s. That's a miracle in itself, isn't it? Slight chances of rain there all the way through the 18th. We've had some rain chances big time over the last week or so. As we check this, nothing brewing in the Gulf of Mexico or the Atlantic. That's the good news, what we have to tell you on that. All of that is went away, which is great. What is our fishing forecast for July 4th? A lot more people are off today and able to get up and do a few things. As we go to Chet's Paint and Body this morning to take a look, here's what we've got. Perfect today, beginning right now through about 7. It's about over. We'll get another chance this afternoon around 5:30 until dark. So if you got to go fishing late this afternoon around 5:30 until dark will be it. Again, we'll be back in about a little over an hour and 8 minutes from now. Join us as we'll go live. And again, we'll be on the new network today, Fox 30 today with Candace. She'll be here in just a little while. Emily White will be joining us to do our national anthem as we bring in the 4th of July. She'll sing us a couple other songs, and also Greg will drop by and help talk about a few fireworks for us today. Be careful, be safe, and again, we'll see you here in just a bit. Robin Mosley, how are you there? Let's see, LaWanda says it was 77, 78 there, that ice that I was talking about a while ago. It was hot and cold. That was a rough year for us, wasn't it? Happy 4th from Lillian, Alabama. Carol Humphrey, glad you're watching today. Marie Bedingfield is up. Happy 4th to you also. Miss Joyce Snowden Godwin. Idell Clark, glad to see you there. Joyce Gressett. A lot of folks up in Sturton today. Miss Robin Sullivan, thank y'all for joining us. Again, we'll be back in just a tad over an hour. Join us, won't you? We'll see you then.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: